Hi, this is Deadline, and I'm here with Chimera.
Hello.
We've been instructed to show you specifically curated videos and then add our own commentary.
So shut up and let's get to it.
Somebody actually took a picture apparently and put it on Facebook of Fruit of the Loom having a cornucopia. So here it is.
Someone took this picture and I saw it on Facebook. I knew it. I knew there was a cornucopia on Fruit of the Looms. Because why else would I know the word cornucopia? Like Thanksgiving, maybe, but no, I remember this vividly. And Fruit of the Looms is like, no, it was never there. It was just a fruit. Y'all remember this too, right? Like, I'm not just bugging.
Well, what you guys need to do is take this video you're watching here, make it go viral, and tag Fruit of the Loom. And when you tag them in the comment next to your tag, say, what do you say, Fruit of the Loom? Because if this is real, Fruit of the Loom's going to have to answer.
Yeah, because they're denying it ever having a cornucopia. It's not like this is a new thing that we're doing now. They're actually denying they ever had a cornucopia.
I guess they could just say that somebody printed that on there.
Looks pretty old and legitimate, and that picture is what I've always known Fruit of the Loom to have. So
yeah, so like I said, tag them, Fruit of the Loom, and ask them, what is this?
Okay, Fruit of the Loom is going to have to answer.
Do you remember the Fruit of the Loom labels looking like that?
Yes, and I specifically remember when I was very young, like 2 or 3, whenever I started questioning things. My mother, I said, Mom, what is this thing on my underwear? And it was the cornucopia.
Really?
So I remember that, yes.
Oh wow. Yeah, I thought that it was still. I thought it was still on there.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even realize that it wasn't anymore because I don't wear Fruit of the Looms.
Now my question is, why would they take it off? But then, why would they deny it was ever on there in the first place?
Well, they did say it was a government conspiracy. So
That's what I'm saying. Why? To what end?
that's a good question. That's a very good question.
All right. Well, if you know, leave an answer in the comments.
Right.
Let's watch the next one.
Okay.
Let's talk about the Schumann Resonance. The Schumann Resonance is the Earth's heartbeat and usually sits around 7.83 hertz. However, this is changing. Although within the last couple of years, the solar flares have been a major thing and causing issues on Earth, it's really the last few weeks or months that have really changed people's lives. There's an extreme shift happening. It started in November and is going to keep going until February. So basically what's going on is that we are matching the frequency of the electromagnetic shifts that are happening when the solar flares come off of the sun and towards the Earth. This shift is flushing out all blockages in all dimensions, making the veil very, very thin. These blockages are going to act like a Gustus Gloop. They are going to be super intense and they're going to have a lot of pressure behind them, which is going to allow them to be unblocked. However, the feeling of it is going to be very, very, very uncomfortable. As you can see behind me, there are reds, whites, greens, blues. Just so you know, the white is obviously the highest frequency that we are seeing. The red is more of the blocks that are being moved and that are being cleared. And then the green are the brand new connections between the frequencies and the dimensions. Shifting between these frequencies isn't going to be just intense for those who are already ascending, but it's going to be really intense for everyone who isn't there yet. It's going to cause them to have multiple symptoms as well as ours, but ours might be more intense. These symptoms have a lot to do with the heart because we are moving into love consciousness. So it's going to deal with a lot of pains within the heart chakra. So any kind of chest pain. There is going to be pressure within the entire body, mainly in the pineal gland, the eyes, ears, throat, anything having to do up here. You are going to have a lot of solar plexus issues, so you may have anxiety or depression or sadness about past relationships or past memories that you may regret or you think that you moved on from, but you aren't 100% yet. Overall, the collective is going to be super fatigued, super irritable, very much filled with anxiety, kind of having some dread, dissociation. I mean, it goes on and on and on. However, just know that this is just a period of time. It's not always going to be like this. If you're feeling these symptoms, that means that you are indeed ascending, and just know it's temporary. It's going to be fine. You're going to be fine. Just make sure you rest and drink a lot of water.
Okay.
Well, I don't know about y'all, but over the past few days, I've been having a lot of constipation. And, man, so maybe there is something to this.
Maybe so. I've had some pretty serious back pain, and my head's been hurting, and yeah, my legs are a little swollen. So yeah, I think we're ascending.
We're ascending.
We're ascending. Where are we going though?
I'm going to the throne.
Oh my god. Yeah, we gotta keep an eye. We gotta keep an eye on that Schumann Resonance now.
Well,
We did look at it a little before.
Well, they say it went dark for 10 days.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing.
That was crazy.
Mm-hmm.
That was months ago. I wonder what they have to say about that now. Huh. Could be worth a look. All right. What do you think? Let us know.
This is interesting. John Titor, a time traveler from 2036, has made 3 alarming predictions for 2024. And trust me, the first one will shock you. For those who don't know, John Titor is an American military time traveler who started posting his predictions on internet forums in 2000, 2001. He made many specific predictions regarding major events. He even posted this picture of the time machine he arrived in. Let's start with January 31st. On January 31st, 2024, humanity discovers an underground civilization called the Splitting World, living beneath the Earth's crust. Contact is made through a message declaring their intent to wage war against people on the surface. On March 7th, 2024, an Earth-sized planet is discovered in our solar system that is found to be a mirror version of our world, with opposite gravity, purple waters, and red plants, yet still habitable, making it a bizarre yet intriguing mirror twin to our own Earth. Finally, on June 29th, a scientific breakthrough in interdimensional exploration. Each dimension discovered offers a unique reality with different laws of physics and, in some cases, entirely different forms of life and civilization.
No.
Mm.
No.
I think that whoever was writing about that was on some pretty good drugs.
Yes. Yes. Well, I mean, today is the 31st.
Mm-hmm.
And so far, there hasn't been any news of anything.
What, the whole
remotely.
the civilization under the ground that's going to come up and wage war against us?
Yeah, we're not under
It's kind of
attack.
terrifying.
Yeah, it's scary.
Oh my God.
But considering that it's not on Facebook, it hasn't happened yet.
Well, that would, if it doesn't happen, then that would lend discredibility to John Titor.
Yeah, and that there's probably a video that says all the reasons why he's wrong. But yeah, so that's not, evidently, I think he's
The 177th
he's missed. He's missed.
temporal.
Maybe it's
recount.
just not this dimension that he's talking about.
Mm.
Maybe it's another dimension.
Who
Maybe he
knows?
just like landed in the wrong place and he still thinks he's in the right place. Who knows?
Mm.
Tell us what you think in the comments. That's a very interesting conversation we could be having.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
So, this clip here, I know we've all seen this many times. This is This is actually in the middle of nowhere in Antarctica. And if you look, this thing actually sits on top of a huge mountain. It's totally not accessible unless you're in a plane, helicopter. Is this totally the entrance of a UFO base, an alien base? How come science has never looked into this? Look at the path that leads up to it. Look it up. The coordinates is in the video, Unanswered Universe.
Okay, first of all, he said that everyone has seen that, and that's the first time I've ever seen that.
I think I've heard something about that before, but I haven't really seen anything. But I want to get on Google Earth now and look that up. I think I'm going to do that in a little while.
To me, it looks like just some sort of random cave area.
That's an awful big cave, though.
Well, those
Really?
sort of features do happen.
That's very true. They could, and then they could definitely be utilized, you know?
By what?
I don't know.
Hmm.
That's a good question. Well, moving on.
Snug are these 60 and 70 ton what look like sarcophagus. They're not sarcophagus because there's no dead bodies in them. They're clean. You can eat off the floor inside of those things. I've stood inside of them. They're higher than my head and I'm 6'4". The lids weigh like 40 tons. If you read the animal tablets, you discover those were the halls of Amenti, where these beings claimed to have rejuvenation chambers. They would put bodies in them, literally had some type of technology that would transfer their consciousness into a new body when the other one wore out. They would put the wore out body in these things and let them rejuvenate over time. Sounds crazy, but now modern science is doing the same exact thing. They literally are right now doing the same exact thing, learning how to transfer human consciousness from one body to another. They've even created mind links where they can transfer an active awake person's mind into a person that is already awake and conscious.
Wait a minute, who's doing this? Where is
Scientists
this
in the
happening?
Brain Institute and other laboratories all around the world.
Sign me up.
I'm not going to be an early adopter of that.
Oh, no. I wouldn't be an early adopter of that, but, you know, sign
It
me up.
sounds good, but
I won't be an
it
early
sounds like
adopter.
if the wrong people get a hold of that, it could be a depopulation tool.
It could be. There's a lot of rabbit holes you could go down on that. A lot of rabbit holes that you could go down with that one. But
It's terrifying.
that's a whole episode just talking about that, because that otherwise we'll be here all night, and I don't want to be. We've done our time for today, so we can go do what we want now.
We were told we'd be doing these every day, so please like the video, hit subscribe, and hit the bell to make sure you always get your daily updates.
And so we can get into the algorithm better. Until next time.